Hello, everyone. It is Monday. How are ya? What is happening in your world today? What are and most importantly, you grateful for today? Yes, I want to know. What are you grateful for today? I'm grateful for another beautiful day in New England. It was a beautiful day. It was gorgeous out. Nana even had lunch outside. But tell me about your day and what is happening in your world today. That's what we want to know. It is indeed what we want to know. Tell me about it. It was nice today, but I must admit the day did get away from me. I can't believe it is this hour already. More ish than 8. I can't believe it's more ish than 8 already. It has been a crazy Monday, which is the way my Mondays roll lots of times. I roll that way, or my Mondays do, anyways. So, but I am grateful to have you here and to kick off our Monday and week 78, 79. Week 78, 79. I can't believe is where we are at. Hey, Kitty's here. How are you, Kitty? Happy Monday. Did you have a great Monday? I hope you did. I hope you did. I hope you had a great one. Ooh. Let's get started tonight with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. And tonight we're on this is the page 168. Good morning. Allow for the possibility that the best of you is still inside you, waiting to emerge. Prepare the way bit by bit. Yeah, it was a slower day today but the dollars got there. Good, the dollars got there. It was okay. Hey, Kelly's here with us. Great to have you here, Kelly. Adele and Dazzle are here. Dazzle, it's treat time. Oh, I'm glad you only lost. You lose again. You lose power at the drop of a hat. So I'm glad it was short, Adele. I'm glad it was short. I'm glad it was short. Everybody's they've already canceled schools tomorrow in Houston. My sister said with all the rain they're expecting, and I honestly don't know what's happening in the world with weather. I have had no, other people didn't tell me. I would not know. I would not know. But it is great to have everybody here tonight. Let's get going on this Monday night. Kelly, did I see you took some days off? Did I see you got some days off? Congratulations. I'm happy for you. I am happy for you. Our quote from Simon tonight. Intelligence uses what is known to solve problems. Creativity uses what is unknown to discover possibilities. Intelligence uses what is known to solve problems. Makes sense? Creativity uses what is unknown to discover possibilities. You're the fourth worst grade in the country. I mean, it makes you wonder who's got the third worst. Hurricane Nicholas. I didn't realize we were up to N already. I didn't realize we were up to N. But, I limit my news content. I limit it a lot. All right. Let's get going tonight. I got a lot coming your way. In no particular order. Actually, I'm going to bounce around a bunch tonight. On this day in 1985, for weird fun facts, Polaroid. Remember Polaroid? They won a huge legal victory in federal court when a judge ruled that Kodak had violated Polaroid's patents for instant photography. On this day in 1985, now both Polaroid and Kodak aren't much more than a intellectual property companies. They got a lot of patents. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty amazing that that's what mattered in 1985. And, here we are not that many years later in the whole scheme of things. And it doesn't matter. Our friends at the SBA. So I had covered that they have changed the rules to payments for the EIDL loan. I mean, for permissible uses for the EIDL loan. And they have changed the loan cap so that in October, you're going to be able to get up to $2 million if you are eligible. But if you have not gotten an EIDL, or if you need an increase below the $500,000 threshold, the next 30 days is a priority period for people with total loans under $500,000. So this period is only going to prioritize that. Also, this week at the SBA, this week is Small Business Week. This week is Small Business Week. Happy National Small Business Week. It is National Small Business Week. So there are lots of virtual events happening at the SBA this week with that. And you can register for them at sba.gov. The thing that I found interesting, and it really depends on what you need right now, but they have a virtual exhibitor hall. Okay, they have a virtual exhibitor hall on there, and these all the companies that are exhibiting, and that is everything from the SBA themselves, the post office, the the UPS, Constant Contact. There's a ton of actual companies there. But what is neat is it gives you an opportunity. Those booths are actually staffed like they would be at a trade show. And so they have real people from the company. So, even Facebook is on there. And if you need to make a connection with somebody because you have a question or you have something, they actually have real people there that you can make a connection. And I don't think they're getting a lot of it's not like they're super busy, so they can actually give you. So if you want to make a connection with some of these companies, register for it and see all about it at sba.gov. It is right below on the main page where you can register for that. We are broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook, hop on right on over to YouTube because Andrew's got the link there for you in the comments. I'm not going to get too much into the weeds on it with what's going on in Congress this week as they try to figure out how to pay for their $3.5 trillion plan. They've got this $3.5 trillion plan out there. They're talking about how to pay for it. We're not near the finish line yet. This will really become a reality, this plan or not, is probably weeks away, at least a couple anyways, to see if this is really going to go anywhere. So with that, but today they started releasing how to pay for it. They would increase the capital gains tax rate to 28.8%. This program would create a new federal paid family and medical leave program. It would raise the income tax rate on individuals, the top income tax rate, to 39.6%. It would mandate small businesses with 6 or more employees to provide auto-enroll retirement plans, which is interesting. It's interesting. I basically, since we've started a retirement plan, I've had to go and really push people on it. So we'll see how this all hashes out. It is very suspect whether this will even has a chance of becoming law. We'll, again, know more over the next couple of weeks. So I don't want to get too much into the weeds on that. In positive news, and this is very interesting, we'll have to see this. The Met Gala returns tonight. The exclusive black tie extravaganza, known as the Oscars of the East Coast, is back tonight. The gala is a major fashion event, and it kicks off a blockbuster exhibition at the museum's Costume Institute, which this year focuses on American fashion. So, look for that to highlight on your Facebook, for all you clothing stores, to highlight on your Facebook feeds tomorrow night. And another unofficial theme of the gala is youth. Youth is the unofficial theme. Many of the designers are young, as are the hosts. The inaugural poet, Amanda Gorman, the actor, Timothy Chalamet, and tennis champion, Naomi Osaka, as well as pop star Billie Eilish. So lots of young people there. If I know a lot of you shop with Uline to get shipping supplies and different things. Uline this week is doing a promo. They don't usually offer free shipping, but they have free shipping going on orders over $500. And I know that's higher than many of you spend sometimes in one order, but think about the holidays and supply chain issues with getting packing materials or different things that you might use. And especially saving on the shipping right now could be a big deal. I ordered some stuff today because they don't offer free shipping very often because shipping is not free, people. Shipping is not free. Kendra Scott's the designer, her stores are now reporting that they're seeing traffic levels in the retail stores exceeding 2019 levels in a lot of regions of the country right now, which is very interesting. And that is a good news because there are other people telling the story and they're taking little snippets. So I like it when a chain talks about it in most regions across the country, because there are people that are there are news outlets that are covering it as, people have stopped shopping or they're stopping going out and they're going back to their pandemic ways with shopping. That research is showing that people are returning to their earlier pandemic behaviors and not feeling good about it because of the Delta variant. And they're using some of the stuff is good. The comfort level of shopping without a mask dropped 15 percentage points from July to August, with 34% preferring to go in stores with masks, and 36% having a higher level of respect for businesses that enforce mask mandates. So that is interesting. There was a big hubbub today with Walmart. I don't know if anybody heard this. It was reported on the news wires that they had partnered to accept cryptocurrencies. And that's with a partnership with Litecoin, which is a cryptocurrency program. And it isn't true. So this was literally fake news. But all the news media reported it. It sent shares of Litecoin way up until everybody reported that it was fake, and then their shares went way down. So that is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Facebook is trying to help small businesses. Not your small business, but other small businesses. They are going to buy $100 million worth of invoices from 30,000 small businesses owned by women and minorities. So accounts receivable from 30,000 small businesses. Facebook is going to buy $100 million worth of it and pay these businesses the money that they're due. It doesn't say what Facebook is going to do to then collect those invoices and everything, or if they're just going to write it off. Well, they say they're going to do that. I mean, they say they that waiting for payments isn't a big issue for them. They've got enough cash on hand. Is their thing. I actually think it would be much more beneficial if they if you wanted to help more people. I mean, that's going to help people, but especially if you're carrying receivables, you're going to have other. If they bought up healthcare debt would help a lot more Americans in general, not small businesses specifically, but it would help more Americans. So it's interesting to see what they are doing. A new survey finds that 83% of people want access to paychecks on demand. This has been a thing that's been happening. I've talked about it before during the pandemic, where businesses are allowing you access to your paychecks on demand. Different companies are using payroll providers that as soon as you clock out, you can request the money get transferred to your account. And a new survey found that Americans at all salary levels would be more loyal to employers if they had access to their money as they earned it. That's an interesting philosophy. That is an interesting thing. And there are a lot of complexities with that, with tax compliance, payroll tax compliance, and everything else. 80% of workers want to stream their earned wages automatically to their bank accounts. And 81% of workers in the survey with household incomes of $100,000 or more also wanted on-demand pay. So that is interesting, and this was done by the Harris poll. So, and it was an online survey. My guess is the on-demand pay companies, the companies that help provide the software service that does this, say this proves that on-demand pay is not only a differentiator, but a requirement. I don't know that is a true statement, but it is an interesting take on it nonetheless. Because, we don't have enough different business space. Peloton is getting into it. Peloton is getting into the apparel business and branded apparel, and endorsed by their various instructors and everything else. And they will market the collection using their instructors and members. Psycho Bunny, the store is expanding nationwide to properties operated by Simon, the cult favorite menswear brand, whose irreverent bunny and crossbones is opening malls across the country. Well, in Simon properties across the country, excuse me, including King of Prussia, Boca Raton Park, Sawgrass Mills, the Galleria, San Marcos, Premium Outlets, and Desert Hills. So they are on the, but the key with that is brick and mortar, people. Brick and mortar is alive and well, and not only is Psycho Bunny investing in it, that means that Psycho Bunny investors, okay, that they have all this money, okay, and what do their investors want them to do with it? Their investors want them to open brick and mortar stores so they can make connections, real life connections with their customers, which is what you're doing, which is what you are doing in your stores, and it is so important. It is so important. Brick and mortar is so important. I can't stress it enough. Cygnet Jewelers, which is the parent company of Kay, Zales, Jared, and a million other things, including piercing. Jewelry is hot, people, and so that is the message there. And Francesca's is testing a new concept, including Tween Stores. A lot of the Tween Store brands went out, and like Justice and such, and which has just recently emerged from bankruptcy, is got a new Tween brand, and it's opening standalone stores of its Frankie Tween line the holiday season. So that is something that is, but it will be smaller, 1,400 to 1,600 square feet. And they will be the Frankie Tween line. So we'll see how that does and how that helps with their coming out of bankruptcy. Next week, hang on a second, where's my calendar? Not this weekend, but next weekend, David's Bridal is hosting its first ever warehouse sale at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center. That is interesting enough. But what is more interesting is what they are saying they are seeing in trends. So this warehouse sale, will be $99 and under. All bridal gowns will sell for $90. Occasional dresses for $20. Shoes. If you're near that area, that may be an opportunity to pick up some shoes some new shoes for resale. Where is this? Bridal gown budgets are showing a large amount of variation. 23% of brides are spending $500 or less on their gowns, while 20% are spending $500 to $1,000. Just 17% of brides are now spending in a post-pandemic world over $2,000. Really, and they'll spend about $150 on accessories. October is still the most popular wedding month. There was one other stat in this. Hang on a second. The one thing with the variant is 42% of bridesmaids are worried about weddings being postponed. That turnout there. So we'll see where everything happens. We'll follow it all. We will follow it all. Oh boy, it's late, folks. You know what else we'll follow is this video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about goes over to narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you, all the files, all the links, they're all over there at narts.org/resale strong, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yeah, ring the bell, ring that bell, so you know when a new one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. We're here to help everybody make it to the other side. Hey, Carrie, how are you? I'm here every night at More 8 Than Ish, live in the Narts Private Facebook group. That's where you find me. And but if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com. NEIL@ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. That's how we start. We're on page 168 tonight if you're following along. Our good morning, if you were not here at the top, is good morning. Allow for the possibility that the best of you is still inside you, waiting to emerge. Prepare the way, bit by bit. Our good night tonight is good night. Allow for the possibility that the best stuff is still ahead of you, waiting to reveal itself. Prepare the way, bit by bit. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abrams, and I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person. You don't have to wear a fancy dress from David's Bridal to party with us when we party in person either. We'll just party. We'll be glad to be together. When we do party, I'll be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you and you, but most importantly you, yes you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. It's time for dinner.